and just plain fun. We've got all three for you today on the Super Collectors.
Lone soldiers never die. Those suffering die not.
Welcome to this edition of the Super Collectors. We've got a great show for you today. A little bit later on, we're going to take a look at three wonderful, wonderful super collections. In addition to that, Judith Cat Schwartz is in the house today. Hello, Linda.
Hey,
The Fraser there on Personal FX. She's going to be giving us the do's and the don'ts of having a tag sale. You know, a lot of tag sales these days, and they're making big bucks. You can too, if you know what you're doing. So Judith will be telling us about that a little later on. In the meantime, let's say hello to the Personal FX players. Hi, players.
Hey, John.
Hey, listen, I was talking to Judith before the show, and she said she actually needs help doing this whole tag sale thing. So you're being relieved of your mail duties. Shimmy on over. Go visit with Judith. Any of you guys know what the temperature is in the building today, by the way? No? No. All right. They don't know. But not Mr. T. Not the Mr. T you're thinking of. What's the thermometer man? We're talking about Dick Porter of Onset, Massachusetts. Gwen McGee recently visited this guy. He's got over 2,000 ways to tell the temperature. He's got thermometers that come off cars, that go underneath your arm. Let's revisit with the man.
I happen to know that it is exactly 68 because Dick Porter here is Mr. Thermometer, otherwise known as also the other Mr. T. Now tell me, how many ways can you actually take a temperature?
Today I can take it 2,357 times.
When did you start collecting this?
I started collecting thermometers about 20.
Yeah?
I taught school for 30 years, junior high science, in the little town of Lexington, Massachusetts, just west of Boston. I saw so many accidentally broken in the classroom, rolling off the table and so forth, collecting.
Really?
Someone said, unless you collect something in life, you're going to collect.
Tell me about this one.
This one is 1840 or so. It's a French woodcut. And the interesting thing about it is, even though it's in France where they usually use the Celsius scale, this one is a double scale splitter and a Fahrenheit scale. French woodcut, 1840.
You paid $4 for that?
$4 for it, and to me it's priceless.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's your oldest piece.
My oldest one.
Now, one of your favorites is up here, and it's made of brass.
Thermometer known as a chandelier thermometer. It can be read from anywhere around a dining room table, 360 degrees. And I only know of 20 of these in existence. Someone told me about 10 years ago that they existed, and it took me 7 years to find this one.
Wow.
And I only know, as I say, 20 of them in existence anywhere in the world that I know of.
Great, and you got one of those, I tell you.
I've got another one, too.
Now, I want to show everyone this one here. This is a doctor's thermometer. But the thing about it is, they used to take your temperature.
And probably this particular thermometer has been in, may I suggest, several hundred or maybe even thousands of armpits on house calls. That's what I really call recycling. You talk about recycling the over many, many years of use.
This is a thermometer, a Buick. It's for your car.
It's an old radiator cap, 1919 Buick. And you'd look through the windshield of the car and look at...
Is that awesome or what? Is that awesome?
We have a dial on the dash or maybe even an idiot light to show that the temperature is overheating in the engine.
Here you have a champagne thermometer.
Yes. This would float vertically in a reported one at Rhode Island. And the scale only goes from 40 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So obviously, somewhere in the lower 40s is the correct temperature for champagne or punch in the bowl.
I tell you, you learn something
Add
new every
ice
day.
or wait a little while so that you've got the...
You have to admit that the thermometer man is a very smart man. You want to know why? He's got over 2,000 degrees. Okay, that leaves us to Most Wanted, #1 of the day. This is where we enlist your help to help us somebody find something in there. Now, it wasn't too long ago that Gregory LaSalle wrote us, and Gregory is actually looking for a Roseville cookie jar. So let's take a look at this. There it is. Now, the colors that he's looking for are gold, green, and yellow. And it must be in mint condition with the lid. It's 10 inches tall, from 94. If you've seen that, give us a call at 1-800-FX-FX-FX1. We'll see if we can help Gregory get that cookie jar. Now, we've been talking to you about Judith Cat Schwartz is going to help us learn a little bit more about having a tag. FX players, let me go sit over here. Hi, how's it going? Judith, what's the very first step if you want to have a tag sale? What should I do?
Organize. You're going to stop about 2-3 weeks before you're ready to have this tag sale and figure out what you want to get rid of. And then you get everybody, all your family and your friends with their tag sale, and get everybody to clean the stuff that has to be cleaned, to tag things, and to look up the prices in a price guide like this.
So this is the Covells, by the way. So you need to know who's going to be the cashier, who's going to be pricing this stuff.
Right. Everyone has to have an assigned job. You've got to spend your time wisely. And when you look things up in this book, it's for $10, you put a price like $2 on it, because things have to be priced to sell. The object here is not to get rich, it's to clear out.
You have done the impossible. You have gotten the Personal FX players organized. What's the
Advertise.
All right, we'll talk about that a little later on the show. Folks, we also have 2 more Super Collectors show, along with a couple more Most Wanted when the Super Collectors return.
Introducing Kids Cards for Valentine's Day. Heartfelt little wishes for kids to give and kids to get. And they're kid price at just 99 cents each. 'Cause at a
you'll feel better inside.
Where do you go when you want today's hottest dance hits on one unbelievable album? Ultimate with Arist's Ultimate Dance Party 1997. Never before has there been a dance collection with this many hits and this much heat. Over 70 minutes of non-stop electricity. Is available through this awesome TV offer. Cassette $12.98, CD $17.98. These are the hits you want to hear. Every one a certified dance smash. Order Arist's Ultimate Dance Party 1997 now and get the party started.
This February, Saturday nights are getting
Crazier.
I feel free.
a lot more inspiring
Playing music is supposed to be fun.
and a whole lot more fun. It's a new movie premiere every Saturday, only on Stars and nowhere else. One of the great encore theaters.
Welcome back, Collectors. On today's show, we're talking about the do's and the don'ts of having a tag sale. We got the Personal FX players. Step number 2, which is advertising. Winsome, hold up that one sign. Let me see how you're doing there. See, you got a sign there. We're going to be talking about where to put your signs, even to take out newspaper ads a little bit later on. While I've got you, I also want to invite you to watch Personal FX Day here on the FX channel. We do it Monday through Friday live, and we do it 12 o'clock and then 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Now, the next super collection that we're going to take a look at, by the way, Judith, you got these Personal FX players working hard.
I know, what a team.
Well done. Got them earning their money. All right. You ever happen to you?
Sure.
All right. Well, the next super collection that we're going to see is actually in Huntsville, Alabama. This woman always has the Christmas spirit. In order to get into her house, I had to wear the hat and the Santa Claus sweatshirt. And, well, it's Santa Claus in Huntsville all year round. Let's take a look. We were talking earlier. You said you were collecting, but you were saying, you know, you never wrote.
No, you don't. You get one, and then you get another one, and you just start collecting, but you don't know how you do it.
Well, now you know where it started, though, right?
Yes. This is my very first Santa. Florida gave it to me in '55.
Look at that. Does that bring back a lot of memories for you?
Oh, it does. It stays in my china cabinet all year.
Have you been a good girl this year?
Oh, you bet.
Have you?
I believe in Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa Claus. There's no question about that.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
look at stuff you got. Now, you've been collecting a long time. Let's take a look at, for instance, pick one. Let's pick this one here. What is this?
All right. This is an old cake mold back in the 50s, and it comes apart. And as I'm looking for one, that's a
Which one?
Griswold cast iron cake mold. And I can't find it anymore. I saw it about 15 years ago. It was like $75.
So
And so I'm looking for a cast iron Griswold one.
if you don't have it, yeah, out there, I'm going to set that there.
All
now,
right.
not all these that you are store-bought, right? Well, what is that you got there?
Well, now look, this is a toy.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's a squirt gun. I made this one out of a reader's book. If you look close, you can see the pages. Our garden club taught us how to do that. We made that back about 20 years ago.
How long did it take you to make that?
Oh, we made it in 1 hour. On this wall are 3 printer's trays. There are like 450 in these trays up here. These are the hardest, the little bitty, tiny miniature Santas. I have one here that came out of a little dollhouse. He's totally jointed, and he's the smallest whole one. But this is the smallest one I have. It's the size of a black-eyed pea. I found him in an antique shop up in the ceiling full of cobwebs and filthy, and the lady sold it to me just gray looking. And I cleaned him with a toothbrush. As a matter of fact, I'd love to know what he's worth.
Santa Claus is definitely alive and well here in Huntsville.
Yes.
And you have gotten me in the spirit early. Thank you very much for having us today.
You're welcome.
Actually, that Santa Claus doll that she found in Danbury, Connecticut was appraised at $1. And the other item that she was looking for, she found. So her collection is continuing to grow. Most wanted number 2, but we've got another one for you. This comes from Eastchester, New York. Anthony Olivo wrote in, and Anthony is actually looking for a watch. There it is. He's looking for the Death of Superman watch. Now, it was manufactured by Fossil. It's produced, and they are... Now, he wants one that's in mint condition with the papers and the box, and it's from early 1993. If you've seen that, if you know anybody that has, give us a call here at the Super Collectors, 1-800-FX-FX-FX1. We've been talking about how to have a tag sale. The very first thing we learned was to get organized and
advertise. Important to let people know you're having a sale. This is a typical newspaper ad, and what you want to do is keep it as brief as possible. They're usually pretty inexpensive, depending on your local paper, but they usually charge by the word. First thing is your town, because they're arranged by town. I've noticed this 1957 Chevy convertible over here, and that's going to draw a lot of people, and they may just come to look at the car. If you were going to sell your car anyway, why not do it this way? Books, clothes, accessories, tools. Very important. Please, no early birds. If you don't put this in here, people will start calling you on Wednesday or Thursday. If that, you don't have to put it in. And unless you put a rain date in, people will expect you to hold the sale rain or shine, so be prepared.
Now, what about all these signs that we put up? Where can we put these?
This one over here that just says 479 Road with the arrow should be put at the nearest large intersection. And then any place a person would have to make a turn to get to your house, you need to put another one up with an arrow. It's also a good idea to put some kind of logo on every sign so they know it's all the same tag sale.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like a flower or something like that.
And I guess we should run a tag sale.
Please take the signs down. Be a good neighbor.
Be a good neighbor.
Yes.
Step number 3?
Step number 3 is merchandise and life.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll learn about how to merchandise and socialize with your tag sale a little bit later on the Super Collectors, including another Super Collection to go. Stick around. More Super Collectors on the way.
On a special presentation of FX at the Movies. Welcome to PCU, where David Spade wants to be big man on campus.
The school used to be a bastion of rich, white.
Urban has other plans for him. From the politically correct...
We're all taking bets on how many of you will get arrested.
Inept.
They're begging us. Please have a party. Feed us straight.
Find out who will rule. PCU, tonight at 8 on FX at the Movies.
Does anyone follow me?
Upholding a tradition of fine family programming, FX and Dick Clark Productions present a new...
My past. Excuse me? I think she was probably easy.
You guys need a little counseling.
No Relation, Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
A dilemma. As an adult, I insist on a office nutrition. Yet I can't deny that part of me desires frosting. The proper sale is low in fat, salt, and taste. What about taste?
Relax. With Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats, you can have it both ways. For the adult in you, whole grain wheat, 98% fat-free, no salt added. For the kid in you, lightly frosted, great taste.
I know it goes on my tray. The sweet stuff.
Something wonderful is about to happen to your laundry room. Floral Fresh Clorox Bleach. So surprisingly fragrant and lovely, you'll almost feel like you're in the garden. Floral Fresh Clorox Bleach. Whitens like Clorox.
Betty Crocker frosting. Maybe you like yours rich and creamy. Or maybe you like a softer, fluffier whipped frosting. Either way, Betty's got you covered. With Betty Crocker, life is sweet.
Sound Interactive for the latest news direct from the CNN newsroom. It's the fastest way to access all the world and national news. Business from CNN-FM, the new financial network. Sports scores and highlights from Nick and Flash Design, Elsa. Entertainment news from the whole world of CNN on the World Wide Web. We're here 24 hours a day at CNN.com.
Bring your unused or old clothing and jackets to the UW Fieldhouse for Wisconsin men's and women's basketball Thursday. The Dane County Coliseum for Badger hockey this Friday and Saturday. We sent the Goodwill stores throughout the Dane County area to help those who are in need.
More than 140,000 Americans have joined Peace Corps. Returning home, their experiences last a lifetime. Peace Corps is changing America and changing the world. See how you can make a difference. Peace Office job you'll ever love.
Welcome back to the Super Collectors. We are all getting set up for Judith Cat Schwartz. Got a little propeller hat going there. She's all dressed down because she's dealing with a lot of dirty and dusty objects. You never get to see that on Personal FX. All right, the very next Super Collection that we're going to take a look at belongs to Frances Cox of Pelzer, South Carolina. She has 4 stories full of heritage houses. Let's take a second look.
How did this whole thing start? I understand it was a relative of yours?
Yes, we were in Spartanburg for a weekend and went shopping, and my daughter-in-law liked, and I started looking for that. And looking for them, I became interested for myself.
And it's blossomed into this complete collection of heritage villages, you guys. Now, this first piece is called the Village Church, correct? Tell me
Yes.
about this one.
The first year they came out with 7 shops, and I liked it anyway, and this is the one that I got for my daughter-in-law for Christmas that first year.
And what year did it come out?
It came out in 80. Actually, they manufactured in the year before, designed and manufactured in 84, but they hit the market in 85.
Now, this there, did you put that in, or is that part of the collection?
Each of them they like for each individual house.
Wow, that's beautiful. Now, one of your favorite pieces, I understand, is this old curiosity shop right here.
Yes,
Tell me about this one.
It's one of the oldest shops that is still, it was in 1886, and it is also in existence in England. It's a building that still exists.
Wow, so this is a replica of an actual building, so you're preserving
Yes.
history in a way, and they sold books there.
Yes. A lot of the houses are based on Charles Dickens' writings, and one of the main stories is the
Of course. Is that your favorite Dickens book?
Yes, it is. And
So you've
these
got
are the
Scrooge
pieces.
and Marley, you've got Fezziwig's Warehouse, and Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim.
That's correct. And as most collectors know, they retire pieces each year, and these 3 pieces were retired this year. This is what the second village that was introduced into the Heritage Collection, and one of the most popular pieces is the Old North Church in the center.
Right here.
And that is like the Old North Church where Paul Revere rang the bell to warn the people
Right,
the British
this is actually
were
in
coming.
Boston. They still live in... Yeah, it's beautiful. So you also have one from Germany as well, so
Yes.
it's not just limited to England and to the United States,
No, this
right?
is the Alpine Village. It is the smallest village with only 14 pieces, and one of the most popular pieces, and one that I read tonight, was First Son.
That is fantastic stuff. And it's even more fantastic when you consider that each one of those individual pieces has to be bought separately. Fantastic collection. All right, it is time for Most Wanted number 3 of the day. Now, this comes out of Ferrari, wrote in, and Bernadine loves Personal FX, watches every day, and we appreciate it. Well, she has been looking for a certain figurine, a Lladró figurine. There it is. It's called the Dentist Reduced. Now, it's 13 3/4 inches tall, and it's piece number 4762.3. 762.3. It was introduced in 1971. It was discontinued in 85. It's glazed and has a matte finish. If you've seen this, give us a call here at the Super Collectors at 1-800-FX1. Now, about this for Most Wanted, there's something I need to complete my collection. How can I participate? Well, you can phone us, you can fax us, you can email us here at the Super Collectors, and here's how you do that. You can give us a call at that Sprint-sponsored 1-800-FX1, and you can fax us and email us. Fax us at 802-4201. You can email us at personalfx@delphi.com, and then you can write us a letter. Put Most Wanted on the outside when you're trying to let us know exactly what you're looking for. P.O. Box 825, Madison Square Station, New York, 0825. It's almost time, folks. It's almost time. We're going to be learning more about the do's and don'ts of having a tag sale. We've got one, and it's that way. And it's coming up next on the Super Collectors.
Did you do me a favor? let's get all this out in front. And it was there for sale.
FX gives you the A-Team, and the A-Team gives you the Worm.
Is that right?
The A-Team super action chase scene shot from a worm's eye view.
You better start making friends with the worm, sucker.
Watch the A-Team and learn the Worm. Every day at 4, 3 Central, only on FX. Tonight, Station of At the Movies. Welcome to PCU, where David Spade wants to be big man on campus.
Does anyone follow me?
But Jeremy Piven has other plans for him. PCU, tonight at 8 on FX At the Movies.
Do you want to make more money? Of course. We all do. To find out how easy it is to train at home for a better career. More than 10 million men and women have trained for job promotions and new careers without ever setting foot inside a classroom.
Every time I applied for a better job, I heard the same question. Do you have skills? What computer skills? I see the perfect solution. In just if you mastered the computer and got this new job right away.
Learning with ICS was fun. I studied in my spare time and at my own pace. ICS gave me the skills that got me a promotion. And a raise, too.
Sure, ma'am. If I hadn't enrolled in ICS to earn my degree, I wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that.
So call the ICS toll-free number and get one of these exciting career packs absolutely free. Your explains how easy it is to study at home. Tells you about the ICS to get better jobs. Now, at home, in your spare time, you can get your career diploma or even your degree. Choose from any one of these courses. High school, TV VCR repair, computer programming, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, assistant, animal care specialist, interior decorating, child daycare, medical office assistant, computer-assisted bookkeeping, small business management, medical transcriptionist, catering and gourmet cooking, electronics, air conditioning repair, dental assistant, hotel restaurant management, fitness and nutrition. Get your degree. You can major in business management or count present salary with the money you could be making in any one of these careers. Then call the ICS toll-free number and get your exciting career pack absolutely free.
Call now for free information. Then decide if you want to train at home for a better career to make more money. And choose any one of these exciting careers. That's 1-800-587-4569.
Back with Judith Catton's hat. I think you ought to wear this all the time.
I think so, too. People will really take me seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to having a tag sale, displaying this, is there any rhyme or reason for this?
Yes, of course. You try to use your space effectively, group like items together. So you see all this aluminum is together, the glasswares, the jewelry. Use the floor. Of course, our car is out in the driveway, right, where everyone can see it when they drive by.
Use the space.
Use the space. Take items that are more expensive or fragile and put them in a showcase so you supervise anybody who's handling them.
I see. So you want somebody there, expensive items, most of the
those
time.
things that might break. If they're handled, those are future collectors.
All right.
And be prepared for anything, including rain. That's why Gerard is modeling a rain outfit here.
Is it for sale?
No, actually, he needs it in case it rains in here.
Okay, all right. So you've got the clothes all hung up there in one area as well.
Yeah. Paper bags, plastic shopping bags, a clear plastic drop cloth in case it rains. People still do show up, and they can see through it and see what you have.
Now, what if a haggler comes in and says, "Okay, this is $1. I'll give you a." Do you go with it? What do you do?
Well, some people, if you put a quarter on, would say, "I want it for 10 cents." What you should do is really encourage people to pile of things and tell them you'll give them a deal on a pile of things, and then you can discount. The idea is to move it. So if people feel they need a bargain to buy, give them a bargain. Socialize. Greet people when they come in. Some refreshments. If you see someone looking at all the jewelry, say, "Hey, I've got more costume jewelry. Would I like to go through that?"
Well, that brings out an interesting point then. Should you withhold some stuff, or do you put it all out at once?
Not necessarily. If you just have too much stuff and not enough room, you may have to put some stuff in the back, and this is the way to get your things in front of a series.
Have everything displayed in like tables.
Right, group things together so the people who are looking for clothes get clothes. And you also might want to have a bargain box. You could mark this box 25 cents or buy one, get one free. People will just go through it. Something that's free, it'll empty the box out. You should put things that you would be putting at the...
Again, the bottom line is to move this stuff.
Yes, that's why you're doing this. It's to clean out the house.
Judith, I can't believe you're selling a welding mask.
You know what?
How are you going to get along without a welding mask?
The shoes that matched it, just got all beat out. So
one last question. Will you sell it?
You should. You should.
That's good procedure. All right, Judith, thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Whatever you've got here, I'll take 2.
Folks, what a day we had.
You're done. Right? You're done.
Thank you, players.
I don't know who's paying for it, but I'll take it. All right. Before we leave, we're going to recap the most wanteds. I want you to give us a call. Here we go. Most wanted number 1 is the Roseville cookie jar. We want it in mint condition with the lid. 10 inches tall, shape number 3 from 1944. Most wanted number 2 is the Superman watch, entitled The Death of Superman. It was manufactured by 1993. And most wanted number 3 is the Yardro figurine. The Dentist Reduced, that's the name of it. It's 13 1/4 inches tall. Piece number 4762. Introduced in 1971. If you've seen any of the collectors, 1-800-FX-FX-FX1. That is it for our show today. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Super Collectors.